I give you HIV plushie, and then to you for the rest of your
So,
days,
well, yes,
it's
there
a
is an external world,
So then he
it needs
acknowledges
a condition of a true
objective
description.
morality.
yeah,
But the
and I
point
can
is that
say
this
that
can
coleslaw tastes like it.
No,
because
because
the
you don't
future
want to
itself.
engage with your own fucking thoughts. That's what's going on here.
Oh my gosh.
If one is to cease to exist, that
Sorry, man,
particular
I didn't
perception
know.
of reality could also
Fuck, my
cease to
bad.
exist. But in the sense, because especially when you're using this term of reality, in itself, it's a very semantic word because of its implications and how you can use it. So I would try to find like what would be like objective reality.
Well-
so for me, in this particular stance, objective reality would be everything that is immediate to my existence, right? Whether it be physical or metaphysical, but it would be everything to my immediate existence, and it would be everything based upon my perception of my immediate surroundings, my immediate understanding of my everything that's around me. So I'll just use the word of existence and existing. And then when I am to cease to exist, then everything that existed to me in the perception and my understanding of it will also cease to exist. Because I can give you this doll, all right? It's a plushie of the HIV molecule. Don't ask why I have it, but this is the example. So I could give you a doll. Now my perception of this doll, right, was it was like a cute little plushie my girlfriend at the time gave me. Okay, I don't see it more than that. So if I give you HIV doll, all right, and you now have HIV doll,
That's pretty weird. I'm not gonna fucking lie, but yeah, continue.
It's a, you can look it up. It's an HIV plushie. It is adorable.
Awesome.
So I give you the HIV plushie, right? In turn, because it is now in your immediate existence, your perception of this doll is definitely may not be the exact same like cutesy feel my girlfriend had given me at the time for giving me this HIV doll. So if
exists.
you look at this doll, it exists, but then how it exists in your perception of your life, of what is reality, changes entirely.
Yep.
So in turn, as does the item, right? Because I have this cute whimsical thing, I give it to you, or sorry, I show it off to all my friends. It's a cute thing. They all think I'm weird as shit for having it. I give you, okay, someone joined, so I have to word it like this. I give you HIV plushie, and then to you for the rest of your days, it's a bad omen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fine. Like, so our interpretation or our perception of reality can change first. Second of all, when we are talking about reality, obviously we understand that there is an objective or not a subjective morality. We can think of our experience or our observational perception of reality to be the subjective one, considering that it changes and depending on the species, there is a different angle to it, whatever. It is entirely subjective. Meanwhile, there is also an objective morality. The other guy who I'm talking to doesn't accept the idea of an objective morality. As far as he's concerned, there is only a subjective morality, and as far as I'm concerned, the only way to be able to prove that were if you were to stop existing, so you cease to exist, you could somehow still remain here for enough time to be able to perceive reality and see whether it ceases to exist as you did or continues to exist. And I don't think there's really an answer for that, to be honest, and that seems to be the end of the road of this conversation.
I think if he had changed his so if he were to have said perception or interpretation or at least something else aside from definitions, I think we all could have built something off of that. Just when I heard him say reality is definitions, it just like what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, because as far as he's
by the way, I'm still here, by the way, so so what I'm saying,
explain your interpretation of it. So basically we are the creators and we
I was here.
So because like when you say so then I'll direct it to you.
I was here all this time.
Hold on. I don't know. I'm not looking at my screen because a whole bunch of people came in and left. So
it's fine, man. Just fine. Just tell it.
So I'll direct it to you so that I don't come off as like a scumbag. So why would you say the concept comes from like or the concept is of definitions, exactly? Like, where does that? Like, maybe I misunderstand.
No, that's just what I mean by reality.
Okay, do you want to elaborate on that? Because obviously he doesn't understand you.
So reality is to define things and understand them as they are defined.
What I'm saying, reality is a true description. I'm saying that
true description. True description. Sorry. I want to make sure I say the right thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that means that you can't separate truth from reality. That's what I'm saying.
Well, in the way that there are social constructs that we believe to be true, whether they're supported by facts or not, yeah, you can't separate them. Not in that way, no.
No.
Look, the point is that I know my view is very, very controversial. I get it, but yeah, it's
that's fine. It's just, can you expand on it? Can you elaborate? Can you explain why it is you believe the things you do? Because right now it seems like as far as I can tell, I'm saying for the other guy, because obviously the other guy's saying, well, I don't understand you, and he's just going blah, like giving 5 words, and it's just like, that's just the way I believe. I think I understand.
I don't know what else to say. That's just what I mean by reality.
Okay. I think I know how to pose the question. So, in its sense, because you said descriptors, we are to describe.
I said reality is
ask them to define truth, and then also reality. For me, I agree. Truth
that's what I'm saying.
Can't be separated from reality.
Reality is a description to help us separate the truth from existence. Right? Like, is the concept.
Well, what I'm saying here is that what I'm saying is that not everything is going to be reality, because like there are false descriptions.
Yeah. So, but then okay. So can we open the door for some Hegelism real quick? So like, what is true? Like, how does one define and describe
truth is what corresponds to the facts, or what corresponds to
basically
reality.
This guy is saying that facts that derive from science and maths is the truth.
The disconnect is that I think he's using reality in a way that normally you would attach an adjective to it to ensure that what you mean to say is correct. Like you would say objective reality.
You understand though, he's doing that on purpose to basically encompass both things, and he will openly admit that, because as far as he's concerned, there is no subjective and objective. There is only one reality.
Yeah, no, there's because like
you can talk for yourself. By the way, secular, because I think that's your position, right?
Because that's
my position is not that there's only one reality.
Yes, there you go. So you don't think there's a subject. So as far as he's concerned, he doesn't need to define it, because he's just taking it all and bunching it together. Yeah.
That's why I did my whole dog and pony show, is just because like to understand exactly what he was trying to get to. Like you can't especially if you agree with my dog and pony show, you agree that there is one reality but different interpretations of it.
I mean, to that point, like I guess you could say, so let me ask you a question before I ask the real question I want to ask you, secular. Have you ever seen someone die? Maybe not in person, but you know that they have passed on. Has that experience?
I agree that the term subjective reality is an oxymoron.
Has someone ever died?
Is this a live Discord debate? Yeah, it is.
No longer here. You watch them get buried. You see them.
We're talking about reality.
Okay. Now, if
subjective reality is an oxymoron.
Reality is what it is. It's
I know what an oxymoron.
So, to the person that passed away, do you think that person, that since that person passed away and their reality has gone away because they are the descriptor of their reality, do you think objective reality, that reality outside of them, do you think that continues on?
Well, as I said,
yes, to a certain extent,
that depends on what the person's perspective is. But just to be clear,
but this person is doing it intentionally, and it's not an oxymoron. He's refusing to acknowledge the existence of a subjective and objective morality.
True description, reality. So therefore, it is reality.
But notice that we've more commonly called perspective.
Reality. So I mean,
right. And if we didn't have language and we didn't exist, it would continue.
Sure, but a perspective is not necessarily reality.
If we didn't exist,
as far as we know, as long as there is an observer to observe,
past, present, and future,
then reality exists.
So like when I say
the question is, what happens when that observer goes away? Does reality continue to exist, or does it cease to exist along with the observer? As far as I'm concerned, we have more reasons to believe it does.
Then there wouldn't
but we
be
don't
a
know.
past.
There is no way to know.
There wouldn't be.
I am an
agnostic.
agnostic.
Reality is a true.
There's no point adding reality onto it.
Right. So I think what you're saying.
Yeah, but when you're trying to
think
debate
the words
that
you're
basically
using aren't
reality
quite,
always exists or
sufficient
doesn't
to
exist,
describe
then
it
you
the way
need
you
you
mean.
need to give a
We all
validation for
agree,
why
but we
you
hate
think
the
that.
wording. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, I'm just telling you what I mean by reality. So yes, the past
I'm gonna
exists,
try
the
to-
future exists. All of these exist, but they're all constructed.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
all constructed.
I'm going to try to explain this in a way that maybe can agree with you. I think that it's similar to what you're saying. We give a reason and a purpose to the things that we see in our world and understand in our worlds. When we visualize them, when we hear them, smell them, taste them, touch them, that's an experience. Those experiences, whether we humans ever have language or not, we understand those things to be the reality. And because of that, that is the description we give it, even if we don't have language. We understand it to be true. Would that be correct?
Right?
Hello.
Wait, sorry, someone was like pinging me, like.
Yeah,
hold
no
on.
problem. I thought it was whatever. Just making sure. Sorry.
Yeah. So what is the question you're asking me now?
Okay, I'll try to explain it again in different words. The idea is that we give meaning to the things that we understand and experience in the world, the things we hear, smell, taste, touch, and if we didn't exist, no meaning would be assigned to those things, no descriptors in that way.
Yeah, I
No,
get it. You're a realist, but I'm saying if we didn't exist, there wouldn't be anything.
No.
There wouldn't be anything at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Now,
I mean.
when you say that, when you say there wouldn't be anything, do you mean there wouldn't be anything to the person perceiving, or you mean physically there would be no more stars, there would be no space,
There wouldn't
there'd
be
no-
there wouldn't be any stars or anything at all. Like,
Okay, now
literally.
why do you believe that?
right.
Because
right.
reality is something that we create. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, now,
Reality is a
hold on,
true
wait.
description. That's what I'm
Please,
saying.
please, somebody
Wait.
translate what
Okay,
I'm saying.
let me finish because I'm almost done. Almost done. Secular. The person that died that you've mentioned, when they died, you can observe that reality continued to exist.
Right.
Would that be correct?
But that doesn't mean that reality is objective, because I'm saying we've made that perspective. We've made that reality.
I'm just asking you, when that person died,
Throughout the ages, human beings have gone to war with one another in order to prove that they are righteous in their ways. The consequences of being wrong? Death. Fast forward to the present, and no longer is there a thirst for battle. Instead, we have keyboard warriors and content gladiators like the mighty Hamas Piker and Fuentes Hitlerius, being heavily incentivized to just gaslight the shit out of everyone.
No, I don't give a shit about like someone being called a cracker, okay?
What, people calling me gay because I've never had a girlfriend? If anything, it makes me less gay.
As a result, we find ourselves in a place that no longer makes sense. Who or what is right and wrong? What should we believe in? And what should be fought for? That is why I created Debate Deathmatch. 3 judges, 2 competitors, 1 topic. No, because you're fucking retarded, my guy.
Never mind, I'm stupid.
You are stupid. You're an idiot. Yes, you realized it. Thank God.
No, sometimes you just have to fucking get out of it. Just think outside the box and just do it, man.
No, I'm still talking. Yes, thanks to fucking capitalism. Fucking dumbasses. Who even told you to fucking talk in life? Shut your mouth. The winner walks away with the spoils of war, ready for the next matchup, and the loser goes back to the drawing board empty-handed. More importantly though, a record is made, and anyone who dares challenge it will first have to prove themselves worthy.
did you observe in your senses, in your 5 senses, did you observe the world?
Yes,
still
that's the
existed?
best we can come
Yes.
to, is that we observe reality in a
That is
limited
an
fashion.
extrapolation
Yes.
right there.
We only have a
You
limited
understand
time
something
to
to be
observe
true
it. Yes,
now.
that's it. What happens after or before, we don't
not
know.
you necessarily, but the objective.
Don't have the
everyone else can
capabilities of
understand
understanding.
that
This guy's clearly saying,
reality
nope, it continues to exist.
is still here.
Bro, you don't know
despite
that, man.
someone passing away, despite a perception no longer being available.
Does every being with different
So because of
senses
that,
all view
that
a different
person's
reality?
descriptors,
Yes.
Their truth about reality.
Yes.
Even though it's gone,
reality even changes.
we know that the world continues to exist.
Yeah, but that's still compatible with what I'm saying, because look, we created.
Yes, reality does change. Reality can change from our experiences just between us. Like the example he gave with the teddy bear before.
That continue to be the case. So I don't
infinite
know
different
what you're
realities.
trying to
Yes.
make.
Yes.
Like if Grandma dies, you simply cannot recreate.
Or is there
Grandma.
one reality
Yes,
that
you
all
can have
things
an
observed
artificial
differently?
replacement, just like Splenda is an artificial sweetener to sugar, but you will never have the
Um,
real sugar.
the-
You will never.
As long as there are multiple observers, then you can think of it as multiple realities. That's the best conclusion that we can come to.
May I dabble then, because this is where like kind of what Pariah Scion was just kind of going on about. It's like when you believe that there are two realities while simultaneously in one existence. This is my understanding. Okay, and I think where you're like I believe in this just because is kind of showing, because it feels as though you're coming to a conclusion with like very little footing. You took like a leap of faith, right? And with this leap of faith is how you came to your understanding of what an existence within a reality is, right? Everybody was like my life in itself is subjective in the case of my actions will dictate my results. However, the world turning at the rate that it does, and us going through 356 to 57 days a year and going through 4 seasons, doesn't change. That is objective.
Okay, you're just
doesn't
restating your
actually wrong.
position. The point I'm trying to make here is
I'm not just restating my position, but what I am trying to actually do is understand deeper of just how you get
I was with my very
subjective
straight
and objective,
boyfriend.
right? Within two separate realities within one existence, because the way that you got there just sounds like you said, just because you took a leap of faith. So I'm trying to understand where the governance of this leap of faith even comes from.
How did it come to be?
I really don't understand what you said. But the point is that I've answered your question, Side.
You made a
The point-
fallacious. So you came to your
Yeah.
conclusion fallaciously. Is the point? What is known as
Wait,
a
what
leap
did I
of
say
faith,
this
right?
time?
You closed your eyes and you jumped, hoping that God was going to catch you.
I still don't understand. But Pirate,
I know you're convenient. This is the one fucking part you
You
don't
guys need to
understand,
define
isn't it?
Tao. Whoever's
Very
distinguishing between reality and
well, fine,
existence
but
is an
Pirate, the point
idiot.
is that like I still
Yeah,
not
I
getting
know.
the point
That's a
that you're making.
contradiction.
So,
Yeah,
like,
I know.
you
The idea
understand,
I'm making
like-
is that
Yeah, wait,
you're
just
implying,
to be
like,
clear, let me try and clear it up. The point I'm trying to make here is that like I can say that there, like I could even say there is an external world, you know. Like I can say, well, yes, there is an external world, and
So
but-
then he
and, you know,
acknowledges
it's a condition of a true
objective
description.
morality.
Yeah,
But the
and I
point
can
is that
say
this
that
can
coleslaw tastes like egg
you
salad.
just let me finish speaking before you interrupt me? Like,
I just-
but that's going to be something.
Now
that
he's
is constructed.
acknowledging
So, like,
that
the
another
external
world.
is something
It's
that is
just you
created, like,
just
this
use the
might
word we're all
independent-
using.
might independent
Reality, you
distinction
dumbass.
is something that is constructed. Because what I'm saying here is that like reality is a true description, and you know, like, there's an external
true
world means a condition
description
of there
every
being
time.
a
He just wants
true
to use
description,
these
so therefore,
words.
you know. But the point is just that, like, if we hadn't existed, there wouldn't be this external world or anything. You know what I mean?
right,
So
okay,
yeah.
okay, right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
why
think
do
there's
you
a
know
disconnect
that? How do you know?
All right, hold on.
Yeah, because
he mentioned
it's just
something
what I
very
mean by
specific. I wanna get at
this
that.
reality.
No, like
Oh,
I
shut
cornered
the
him
fuck
and he
up, bro.
weaseled and he just like cried about
Reality
it.
I
is a
know,
true
I know, I
description.
know he didn't. Yeah,
I get that.
it's all right.
Oh
It's
my
okay.
God.
That's okay.
Okay.
But secular, I
okay,
do have a
like,
question.
yeah.
I do have a question.
He just weasels.
you
Yeah,
mentioned
he
that
doesn't like to be
if you make a
confronted.
statement about something that's constructed, and that's
He
a
wants
descriptor,
to
so
use
it makes the
them
reality.
words, but
Is
he
that
could
correct?
use
Did I
these nuts.
misunderstand?
Yeah.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that your descriptions have to be true, because remember,
believe
I'm defining reality as a true
objectivism.
description. So if you're
But-
not, if that's not what you mean by reality, then we're talking past.
You're the
each other.
only
I'm
one
getting at something
talking
else,
about
something
reality in a
different.
different way.
Because what you alluded to, if I understand this right, is that
It's a-
with
it's
the
a
way that
human
we describe, even if we don't
experience.
have language, with the way that we describe things, humans and other sentient beings that are similar, we construct reality. Is that correct?
Experience,
Yes.
individual or
Okay,
living
Okay,
being.
I got it.
Different circumstances.
So-
faces.
If we, a person has to be the thing, a living creature has to be the thing to construct reality. You're saying it otherwise
Yes, of
does
course
not
it's
exist.
subjective.
Is that correct?
In whatever
Yeah.
experience each
Yes,
individual or
yes,
living species with different
yes, yes.
circumstances
Okay.
faces, it's
In
wrong to
order
hurt
to
others
construct,
because we can feel pain and become
You
injured.
must be
Yes.
capable of it. That would be correct then.
Right.
Like chair.
Like a rock
can-
cannot.
Yeah,
rock
so
cannot-
exactly what I was saying to this
Right,
dumb
right.
because
motherfucker.
it doesn't. Yeah.
I'm going to explain to you where the fucking guy is going. He literally just agreed to my terminology, which was like, hey, how can you be present but not present? Because if you're not present, and how do you know reality continues to exist, which is reality stops to exist. And he was like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Now he's saying, yeah, I genuinely believe that. It's like, yeah, so you believe you can be in two places at the same time. Not in two places, in two realities at the same time. Shut the fuck up.
I finish?
Okay,
Right,
go on.
if someone dies and they are the constructor of these descriptions, they're the entire thing outside of them, everything else outside of their perception continues. That is what we call the objective reality. There's a label for that. That's the
Bravo,
name of that. It's
Gigatra.
called objective
Exactly.
reality.
Based.
thing
Yes,
outside.
that's
We
the
can
that's
approximate
the
it,
yes.
and we can know
Living
things up
beings
to a point,
don't
down to
construct
atoms,
reality.
molecules,
They observe a
explode,
section of
things like
reality
that, but we
allowable by
can't
our senses.
definitively
Bravo.
say that
Yes.
is the end of it. We can only discover new things as they come in what we know. So in that way, you're kind of right in saying we negotiate reality even when we just discover more sciences, even when we discover more what we call facts for
Bravo.
the
We
moment,
discover
until we
more.
discover
It's
new
not
shit.
static. It's
But
not
in that way
the
also,
truth.
reality still
We have a
exists.
part of the
Whether you
truth.
like it or not, it's just called something different. It's objective reality. I think what you're talking about is your reality, or what people might say your truth, things like that. And that's true. But what we're talking about is the objective reality outside of your perception, outside of everyone's perception. It continues.
Are you
It doesn't.
As
finished? Are you
as
finished?
far as he's concerned, it's
Yeah.
not. Listen to him.
Okay,
No.
so I didn't say anything about perception or anything like that. I said
No, he never did. We were the ones who had brought it up earlier. Yeah.
Right. It's a condition, but it's a condition of being able to describe. You can't describe something without perception.
you can describe something by
If you don't
imagining
perceive it,
something.
how can you
You
describe
know.
it?
If you were born without three of your five senses, let's say you were
Okay,
born with
look, the
only
point I'm trying to make here is like,
Okay, hold on. Like a blind person can imagine wings, but they're not going to be what we call wings. You
Well,
know
how
what I
do they
mean?
know what wings
yeah,
look
yeah,
like
yeah.
if they've
Just to
never
be clear,
seen
and just to
wings?
be clear, it is true that things will continue to exist. That's a true description, so it meets the condition of being reality. So the point I'm trying to make here is that
Yeah, but it's a
since that is the
stupid argument. It's
case,
pedantic.
like,
You don't want to go down that road.
so the future and past, all of these are constructed. So yeah, things will continue to exist, but that doesn't mean that reality is objective, because the past, present, and future, those are all, relative and subjective. So yeah.
So
even
yeah, I
time
said a
itself is
bunch of
something
nothing. So
constructed.
yeah, it's like
objective means that they exist without being without
I
someone
can
having assigned meaning to it.
I can
Objective
make
means that it's not constructed by any mind or
so
anything. Yeah.
so in his okay, so
wait a
this is
minute.
how
Whoa. Hold up. Objective is not being constructed. Objective is it exists with or without human
no,
beings. All right?
I think
Right. I said objective is not
it,
objective is
no,
I
something
heard
that
what you
is
said.
independent
no,
of our
no,
constructive
so
activities. That's what I
so
said.
No, that's not what you said,
so
but yeah. Go for it.
so because this sounds like the Matrix, right? This just sounds like the Matrix, but just like without the elaborate computer programming and jacking and buttons and everything. Because it feels like he's just saying like, well, yes, we are in the Matrix, but we are all the one, and because we are the one, we can also like warp reality and like change things in front of us because we can do this within the programming of the Matrix.
Well, you are the
Without ultimately
constructor, so
no, but like we're all the constructor.
yeah,
All of us,
exactly.
all of us are the constructor.
But somehow, when we go away and nobody can construct, considering that we are the only ones who can construct, somehow he's convinced that there's a perfectly logical reason why we can build things in the future, even though we're not in the future. Amazing how
So we're
that
all
works.
Because I think that
So
I
so
think
it's
that
based.
we
Yeah. So you
project the
basically
future.
I think you think
you
too much.
repurpose the infinite question of are we in the Matrix and is this a simulation, and kind of scrap that, took the overall concept of, hey, we're actually just inside of the Matrix and we're all the constructor.
I think that like the future and past, present, all of these things we can project into the future and past. So we project our like we project our conceptual skills to before we existed. So we create the past, present, and future. It's the same thing for us. We construct time. So even time itself is something that is constructed. Yeah.
That works for the past, that works for the present, doesn't work for the future.
It works for the future too. I
No,
think
it
that we
doesn't.
carve
You
up the
can't
future.
not be in the future, but still construct in the future. You understand the contradiction there? How can you be somewhere that you are not and still construct?
Because
No, because you don't want to
itself-
engage with your own fucking thoughts. That's what's going on here.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to answer your
Yeah,
question.
go
change
for
the
it.
past.
Yeah.
The claim,
can't change the
because the claim, because look, because the claim that reality will continue existing after we are gone meets the condition of being a true description, and so it's therefore reality.
How if it requires
Yeah.
a perceptor, as someone who can construct?
Oh, bro, this is what I keep on trying to tell you. I'm saying that the condition for something being true is that it meets the condition of. So the point I'm trying to make here is that if, like,
meets
we have
condition.
empirical tests to show that reality will continue to exist. So the point I'm saying here is that, like, what I'm saying here is that, like, something if it is meets the condition of being a true description, then it is reality. So that's the point I'm trying to. So the future
That's circular
exists.
reasoning. That's circular reasoning.
I don't have a problem with circular reasoning. Like, I don't know what's wrong with what's
I
wrong
think-
with circular
okay.
reasoning. Wait, what's wrong with circular reasoning?
Okay, do you know what a flabu is? Flabu?
I don't know what that is now.
Okay, a flabu is a flabu.
Yeah, but I don't know what it means.
That's why that's a bad thing. That's circular reasoning.
No, that's not the same thing, because let me tell you why that's not the same
Am I
thing.
wrong, guys? Anyone?
No, not
He's-
really.
Okay.
that is a very cheap trick, but he's 100% right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a flabu is a
Flabo.
flabu. They just made up
Flabo
that
is
word.
fucking
Flabo.
based. Let's go Flabo. I
Yeah,
like
I don't know
Flabo
what a
now.
flabu is. I just made it
Yeah.
up. But the point
But
is,
let me just say
you-
something.
Flabo
Let me
makes
just
much
say
more
something.
sense than fucking secular. I'll tell you that
Okay,
much.
What is
just to be clear, just to be clear, I don't have a problem. Okay, so if you're just, yeah, I actually don't have a problem with circular reasoning, or, like, if you say circular
you don't.
definitions, which is, wait, you're talking about a circular definition. And just to be clear, there are definitions that are circular. So for example, when we're defining identity, we have to use identity to define identity. So, like, the mere fact,
No,
like,
you
if you're going
don't.
to say something is wrong with circular reason, that's fine. I don't know what you mean by that. So, but
Yeah,
but it
maybe you
doesn't
should
matter.
listen and understand what he means by that before you go ahead. No?
never.
No,
Okay,
I'm saying
okay.
I'm
No,
saying
this is-
I'm disagreeing with him, because I'm saying
This
I'm
is-
still
You
not
didn't even
seeing the problem
understand
with
why
his-
he brought it
this-
up in the first place. But
This
yeah,
is
it's
this
fine.
is
Yeah,
how
yeah, but I'm
he's
still not seeing the
this is
problem.
his
Yeah,
this is
that's
his
the
trick.
problem.
All of a sudden, no, but this is his trick, because then all of a sudden, like, you see how he's able to keep up, like, very coherently with what's going on, and then all of a sudden he just simply doesn't know. And to me, during our exchange initially, too, just like this, and I came to this same thing, right? Like, what is the I worded it as, what is the governance that brought you to this idea? And you said, just because.
Yeah, that's the problem here. He's not
I don't know
challenging
what
his.
you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you're not
Wait,
challenging.
just to
it,
be clear, so Pariah, I still not seeing the problem with circular. Like, if you're saying there's circular
So if you
definitions,
don't understand
sure.
the problem with it, you don't understand it in general, how have you come to the conclusion that it is something that you have a problem with or don't have a problem? You don't even
No,
understand
I
it to
don't have a
begin with.
problem with it.
How do you
No,
know? You don't even understand what it is.
No, I know what circular reasoning is. But
Oh, are
what
you
he's
sure about
saying,
that? Okay.
I'm reasonably.
Alright.
I know what it is. I don't have to be
I can
certain
tell.
about it to know it. But
Maybe
just
you
to be
should
clear,
be. Yeah.
okay. So just to be clear, like, he brought up an example of circular definition, but I said circular reasoning. So first of all, it's not even
Oh,
analogous.
okay. I'm done now. Now it's just
Circular
boring. Now it's
reasoning
just
is
boring.
different from circular definition. But the next thing is just this, like, yeah. So he's not even using the same thing. I don't have a problem. And by the way, I don't even have a problem with circular definitions.
Yeah, he's just boring at this point. At this point, it's just boring. Yeah, I'm fucking bored at this point. Bro, fucking idiot, bro. Yeah, I don't have a problem with circular reasoning. Oh yeah, what circular reasoning again? Like, bro, what? What are you on about, bro? What are you smoking, my guy? Holy shit, that's a rudimentary argument. Why is it so difficult for them to wrap their heads around? Felt like poking mud with a stick. Yeah, and expecting a fucking reaction. Holy shit, man. Sheesh.